Alright peeps, welcome back to one version. In this episode, our beaver builders are gonna be upping the power of our badwater system over here, as well as completely upgrading our reservoirs over here. It's gonna be absolutely delightful, and it will fully make sense why I've rushed Dort to do this. I cannot wait to unveil the Beavers' vision for one version's water reservoirs. But for now, we're going to make sure that we're retaining the bad water up in this pool. You know, just the bit that slips on past the thorns here. Fully automated thanks to our bad water repulsion system. I bloody love that automation there. Ooh, and since we have some Dort on the gun, we can finally get to sorting this bit wonky path out. I'd like one Dort over there, thank you very much, Beavers. And then we're going to replace these three platforms with a matching 3x1 suspension bridge. It's going to look beautiful over here. Now in my industrial estate, I've got mostly everything paused. We still want the fermenter for the odd cassava delivery that they get. We've got all three lumber mills on the crack. And that's because we are about to get wild with our bloody log supplies. I mean, these large water wheels take 80 a pop. And we're going to be popping 4 of them in, or at least 1 this episode. This one. And that's why we have maximum priority Dort building all the way over to here, so we can get this large water wheel on the crack. And then, with 3 power shafts, get that power that it's generating into our industrial estate, which will let us get some metal on the gun, because we've only got 2 knocking about. Oh, it's something I do need to do. It's very important that we get this underway. I need this pile of scrap gone as soon as beaverly possible. And that means any beavers that get up and running for spare jobs, they're going to become scavengers. And that, peeps, is going to be our scrapping solution. We'll get these all high priority on the build, and then whenever we get an overflow beaver, for example, we got 5 of the feckers at the moment, we'll be going straight into filling these bad lads and scrapping all of these ruins down to the ground. And it'll become rather evident why we need to do that soon. Oh, and in case you want a bit of a tip and hint of why we need to do that rather sharpish, I need to swap this power shaft out for a vertical power shaft. Just whenever you fancy it, beavers. No, I want that log. Please be nice. Yes, it was nice. Thank you, pile of rubble. I'll never forget you. Now we need to keep an eye on our Dort levels. I want to get fully rocked up to the max as soon as possible. That's why we've got 4 beavers in here. Yes, that beaver injured being 2 is gonna go sky high this episode. Or at least until the Dort storage is full, and then we'll get it down to 1. Because our beavers are going to be banging the Dort in all episode long. So why didn't we use that as an excuse to dive into a speedy up bit and watch the beavers bang the Dort in and then start banging our large power wheel in? Honestly, peeps, I can't wait to show you me mad plan here. It's going to be absolutely masterful. On ye eagle-eyed beavers watching, have you noticed the big change that's occurring? Oh, blooming heck, beavers! Look at the speed that was spinning around in speed 4! I don't even know if it'll be actually spinning in the speedy up bit, but look at the difference. 76 horsey pours to 904! Well, I reckon we can certainly get our smelter up and running. And I've been trying to keep these laddies paused when they get up to 19 or 20 storage in there. And we're doing an alright job. We've pulled down a couple of these bad lads. And I've been reducing the amount of workers in here because we were up to bloody 6 injured beavers. That was more than the amount of beds we had. I mean, would you just look at this, peeps? We've got 3 injured beavers trying to recover. And if we get ourselves up these blooming stairs, that we have even more injured beavers to get recovered with. But if we chuck a Yui from there, you'll see we've got Dort scaffolding all the way along here. A missing bloody floodgate? We're going to have to do something about that missing floodgate now, aren't we? And of course that something is going to be a fancy pants throttling valve. Well worth the science points, and that is a maximum priority job for when you get there, beavers. And then of course, pull up a bit of Dort on top. So we've got this as a high priority, but some of you are probably realising, about MiGly, you can't just do that. If you just do this, then the water is going to go from your reservoir here, overpower the wall, thanks to your throttling valve, and then just come spilling over here into your fancy canola and cassava farm. Oh, and then he hopped in the badwater. Didn't want to be doing that. You'll be a right tangy cupcake. And you'd be right. So we may as well go ahead and do something about that. Let's see, I'm sure I've got the best angle I can here, so I should be able to get you a mad speedy up angle of me designing this spillway. And there it is. We delete this little terrain block, and we're going to be spilling clean water straight into this bad river here. Which is why we've got floodgates all the way up here that I never intend to automate. I just want to get these all the way up to 0.85. Not now, though, because now we've got all of this dirty bad water piping out of here. And I've got a solution for this as well. But until we get to that solution, we're just going to block it up. Proper, full, cheese and 8 or 6 million. And I reckon we're going to tackle this from the tippity top. A maximum priority job when you get here, beavers. And how you are going to get there is via some platforms across the top. Now we've got some trees in the way, so we may as well get a lumberjack flag on the gun. And we should also get clever with this. We don't need to cut down every pine up here. We simply want to make sure we've got a tidy little path going all the way up. So now, beavers, crack along with that whenever you fancy it. Which, to be fair, this requires dirt here, and this up here requires planks. So we might be able to get them cracking along at the same time, especially since we've got 8 beaver builders not gonna boot. And with 4.7 days remaining of this drought, our water level's not half bad. I think it's about half a block. Let's have a ganders. How's our slurping pool doing? Oh, I haven't left this at 0, have I? No. Well, thankfully, I'd left it at 5.5. Well, this is alright then. We've still got loads of bloody water to slurp in here. Oh, and we're slowly but surely building out. Oh, that reminds me. This episode, not only are we upgrading the reservoirs, but our water storage as well. We're finally spending the 600 science points on the big old tanks. And never mind about that slaughter getting destroyed. It was always temporary. So here's another 80 plank job for you, beavers. Just again, whatever you fancy getting round to it. And I've been having a think about beavers getting out at the industrial estate. And it's a bit of a mish at the moment. They either have to go over this path over here, which will get slightly better very shortly. But then from there, they've got to go down and across here. Why is there stairs going in here, beavers? Oh, that's right. Yep, don't worry about it, peeps. We don't talk about the last episode and that happened in the last episode. This episode, we can just be thankful. We get a bonus logging plank out of nowhere. But anywho, back to the paths. We do have a sexy second bridge here. But to get there, you have to go all the way down and across here. And that is absolutely no good for our beavers. So let us get a bonus path on for them. A path that includes some wet fur. Just, you know, simply like that. We've already got the path doing, like we've got a beaver crossing. We may as well give them a nice easy way out to the Tapper's shack. Ooh, peeps! Peeps, look, it's up! I'm far too excited! The door is in! And we're bit aqueduct / canal / whatever this is in. Let's get this bloody wheel built. I mean, ideally, I'd like to get this built first. Like, oh, wait, beaver, someone come and slap a hammer blue on there for us. I'm not even getting the bonus power. MiGly, unpause the bloody power shafts, will you? Alright, so now that we've had the smelter unpaused, 65% efficiency. Oh, there's no good that like. Well, I'm officially sitting here on speed 4 until we get both of these power shafts up and running. And I thought I'd come back a bit early so you can enjoy the speed 4 power wheels. Look at it whooshing around there, man. And hopefully now, actually sharing its power. Why, yeah, look at this. Instead of 65% efficiency, we're at 100% efficiency because we've got 1,017 horsepower, a supply, and 475 horsepower demand. Ooh. We've got this up and running. That means we can ask the beavers to pick up these planks and logs. And now that that's picked up, we can get our 4th power wheel placed. And honestly, I should probably bring this priority down to normal, considering we would rather be getting planks up in here. I mean, it's not super essential, but before the next bad tide, I would really rather have this blocked off. Otherwise, the bad water's gonna spill down into a good river, and it's gonna kill all the crops of my bloody pine plantation. And divney worry, peeps, I've had one hauler running the whole time. And when we get into the temperate season, we're gonna have to switch tack real quick. Although our beavers are at least making some decent progress over here. How did you get that in? Oh, did you stand here and build diagonally? Hey, the joys. Right, we'll put that in unlimited for now. So we don't end up, flooding over the side here and ruining our whole canola farm. And this builder beaver here reminded me, we need to give the beavers access up to this bit bloody aqueduct here. Oh, and I should probably fill up this bit hole as well. Just to make sure, we don't even have a random leak. But there we have it. We've got our stairs up, back down, and access to build all of these dirt blocks. Oh, and we got a beaver builder banging away across the top here. I can't wait for this to get done, like. Oh, and this will be getting done this episode, by the way. We will have water all the way up here. We will have water down in here. And hopefully, we'll have the bad water drain blickety blocked off. Oh, and yes, we should probably have some valves on the end of here. Of course, fancy throttling numbers. Now, initially, the reason we're going to use throttling valves here is so I can slow the flow down from unlimited to literally 2, which is the next highest by the looks of things. That will cause this to slowly flood. And if we set this down to, I don't know, bloody 0.85 each, so we're getting 1.7 flow out of both of those, hopefully that doesn't flood everything. But like I say, for now, this one's staying at unlimited until we get this dirty dam in. Oh, we got builder beavers coming out building up big platforms. Oh, of course. How did I manage that? How will you get up, MiGly? I wanted to dive over here and do just a mild speedy up it. See how many platforms we can get banged in and watch the good water flow down this bit area. Pause, 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 pause. We are a little bit past when it happened because I was on speed 4 there. But these bad lads, even with this set at 0% contamination, cleared out relatively quickly. Probably only took about 3 or 4 hours. And the good water's flowing and flooding once again. Let's get all of these up to 0.85. Oh, let's check it off. Throttling valve. You know what we should do? We should do this before we forget. Let's delete this floodgate here. And honestly, I probably should have just put this down to 0 before deleting that floodgate. But we need to get ourselves a fancy throttling valve down the bottom here as well. That flow can be unlimited for now. I just want to make it so we can have an easy path hour for our beavers. None of these dodgy, handy-dandy small warehouse bridges that we've got. We're beyond that, We don't have any more knocking about on the map. And we didn't build with them. Even when we're building temporarily, we use platforms like civilized beavers. Like, to be honest with you, peeps, I'm kinda chill just leaving all of these water slurpers paused. We'll have these 2 running, and they seem to, for some reason, be able to keep up. I don't know how those 2 have been keeping up, but they have. They've been the only ones running this entire bloody bad tide that we started in. Oh, that's right. We need to sort this out before this gets built. But we can't sort this out too soon, because if we run out of dirt, we're going to have major issues. And let me show you why these major issues will occur. We are going to go ahead and blickety block this bad water flow off, which of course is going to stop these power wheels from spinning. But thanks to some brave beavers in an episode that shall not be named, when those dirt blocks are built, the bad water's going to come rushing down, joining its brethren here, and adding to the power we're generating down here. Ooh, and since it's no longer a bad tide, we can get these floodgates up to 1, and get old mate spinning a bit faster than 400 knot. Look at him, now he's up at 500 knot, thanks to the flow flying out of this one floodgate at the back. Now looking here, thankfully we are still getting some water while our big old fancy throttling valve gets built. Thankfully we're still cracking out metal blocks. We've got plenty of scrap metal knocking about, thanks to these scrappers, which I should probably just have as a bonus hauler. Yeah, we'll get 2 haulers knocking about. Oh, look at it go! We're not flooding over here. You know what, let's have a bit of a test. If we just go down to the next one down, 2, will we start flooding? Let's have ourselves, yes, immediately is a yes. You can see it happening. Or not. Or yes. Or not. Or definitely yes. We need to make sure this is on unlimited until we have all of these bonus door blocks on the gun. Well, let's have a look at our building priorities here. We've got maximum priority on the throttling valve. We've got high priority on the reservoir upgrade. And we've got high priority / super high priority on blocking off these bad water drains. Now I would like to get over here, get this built, get everything ready in case we get a bad tide warning, and then we can quickly get this blocked off. Otherwise, we'll just concentrate on getting the nice clean water doing into this river by blocking this laddie off. There was a slight issue in my plan. I didn't foresee me building a bloody power shaft right in the middle of it all. So yeah, now beavers, just whenever you get round to it, get those up and running as well. It looks like we've got 2 more scavengers over here, which means we can hang about the whole time. The whole time, peeps. But we can get 3 more bloody beavers in here and still retain all. Of course not. We can get 2 more beavers in here and still retain all of our 8 builder beavers. Which is just as well, because apart from the metal blocks, we've got plenty of resources to be banging away with. Oh, Mr. Hall, I bet you can't wait until you can just go straight across. Also, why didn't you take the water route, mate? Like old mate here. Get yourself some bonus wet fall. And you know what? You're getting paused, pal. I'm sick of seeing you sitting on your arse. You get about 10 cassavas a cycle. I mean, that may or may not be because the majority of our cassava plantation is on contaminated ground. Now, thankfully, I realised that we were out of treated planks, so we've got old mate unpaused, and we will get the throttling valve occurring. Ooh, and guess what it's time for, beavers? It's time for a bit of bloody road work action. Unfortunately, you're going to have to take the big old detour for the time being. At least until your beaver builder brethren have got this big fancy 3x3 suspension bridge in. And don't worry, it'll be a maximum priority for yous. You know what, peeps? Since this is likely the last time we're going to see the water wheel in place on this river, let's not do a speedy up bit because the beavers absolutely bossed getting this bloody bridge in. Well, I was going to have an honorary speedy up bit, but instead I'm just going to say toodle pip lumber mill. And yeah, now we're going to toodle pip this bloody flow sensor as well. Now what do we do with this area here? I'm tempted to just let the berries grow wild. And you know what? That's what I'm going to do. We're going to let the berries grow wild. I'm even going to remove this storage when we get some proper storage on the gun. Oh, bloomin' heck, the beavers are making bloody quick walk of this area. They must be standing underneath and just banging from below. Getting all of this aqueduct in. I can't wait for this, like. I know I've said it before this episode, but I absolutely cannot wait. Look, I'm even making it all proper and pretty and not doing dodgy diagonal corners. Even though I'm technically losing blocks worth of water storage. But it's gotta be pretty, you know? That's what the beavers love. A nice pretty dam. Oh, and I'm glad the beavers haven't started building these bloody statues out, like. Here, let's pause this so we can get a beaver builder or whatever back. We don't need to be emergency harvesting berries again. But if we have ourselves a Panawa the 1 district centre here, you'll see we've got bloody braziers on this side. And we need to keep up with the uniformity. Get some braziers on this side. But we can't break the uniformity by getting our fancy beaver banger builder statues in. Oh, we got our throttling valve in. Let's see what happens when we can do it to 2. Let's do it in a really quick speed 4 situation. Look at that water level rising steadily all the way to the tippity top. Maybe we won't have a flooding occurring, a bad tide occurring. Priorities have officially changed, beavers. This is going back up to unlimited. We're not faffing about with that. We are maximum. Go on, beaver, get yourself in here. Maximum priority. And then we are building this before the bad tide occurs. And just in case we don't get that in time, we're going to preemptively get this down to 0. So we don't end up spilling and contaminating beavers. That may or may not have happened in an episode we didn't talk about. Which I can't confirm or deny because we didn't bloody talk about it, do we? Oh, and just to show that this is fully temporary, we're going to get our beavers to be banging some TNT in while they're on here. A doubler on... Oh. Go on, I'll spend the science points. A doubler on that, even though I don't think we need to blow up either of these 2. Well, if nothing else, we got double dynamite unlocked. I'm sure that'll come in useful. Oh, and our beavers already busily chopping down the pines up here. I hope we do get this in, like. Oh, but we also need to get all of this in for it to be worth it. We could, you know. We very much potentially could. Especially if I say prioritise this by haulers, so we're not keeping the bloody dart all blocked up in here and being super inefficient. Oh yes, we also need to do this for that to work. Yeah, suddenly I'm realising we're just going to have this river be bad water for this tide. And you know what? If I'm going to be just YOLOing this bad tide, I might do a bit of a redesign down here. Instead of having dart blocks blocking all of this off, replace them with some platforms, some very expensive in materials and science points, 6 long overhangs, and a couple of impermeable floors, then we can block it off with a bit of dart. I much prefer that. That's significantly better. Beavers, get that up and running, but not is a maximum priority. Just get round to it whenever you fancy it. Now before the bad tide kicks in, let's have a check on our water situation. Could be doing a bit better. Let's get topped up while we can. And I mean properly topped up. You know what, peeps? We're 1.6 days remaining. Most of this in. Look, we even have builders up here. Probably very likely about to get bloody stranded when a beaver decides to bang the stair in behind them. Look, it was actually ready just to get banged in. Let's just not focus on that for now. Let's focus on getting this flow rate down to 2. So we very slowly but surely spill water all the way up here. And it'll be like a bit of a leaky reservoir. And when we get down to 1 day remaining, I'm going to get this down to 2 as well. And slowly start getting this all the way up to the tippity top. All the way around here. Ooh, and let's make sure we don't have this doing at 0. Otherwise, all the river water will flow into the hole. And with 1.3 days remaining, we're finally overspilling our leaky reservoir. Look at all of that green groon start growing about it. And then unfortunately, it's causing, you know what? I'll sacrifice those flower cassavas for a bit of bonus water storage. And now we're at 0.9 days. It's time to get this down to 2. Get this all the way up to 1 and get this bad lad. Oh no. That's right, this can't be left. Because it's a bad tide. We need to evacuate the water. Oh, sod it. I want me cascade anyway. This is gone to 1 and I'll put this down to .75 to stop the flooding along the side there. Alright, let's cop the cascade. There it is. However, I'm not quite happy with the speed that this is filling up. Let's get this down a wee bit further, as in half it to 1. Now that should be getting the water level up here, like nobody's business. I'm really tempted to make this a feature of the map, you know. I love the cascade there. If we can get it covering the right here and the left, I might have to make it a feature. Oh, we're 0.4. That's right, we're bloody stuff ramps down. Well, fuel limit's gone to 0. We're just going to be doing nothing but flooding the lower level here. And I suppose we should probably... oh, yeah. Let's just get this back up to unlimited so we're not flooding up the side. We've had our fun. Now we need to have our flood. And what a glorious flood it is. Look at that. Oh, I couldn't be prouder of me little cascade flooding me entire settlement. Well, only mildly though, you know, no major. And with a bad tide inbound, it's time to, well... to load off apparently. Make sure that our bad water doesn't join in this pool of good water. And ensuring that we don't flood over here anymore. 0. No more flooding, thank you very much. Let's just temporarily get this up to unlimited and then back down to 0. We'll have a bit of a shockwave flooding action. But we should be fine. Like we really should be fine. Ooh, we've got bad water creeping in. Yeah, let's get this up to 0.85 and we're going to create a mixed good bad water reservoir here throughout this 9-day bad tide. It is a shame about, you know, the crops that we rely on over here, MiGly. Hope your flooding escapade was worth it, like. If nothing else, our flooding escapade is now officially over. We can slurp all of the pool. We can stop slurping all of the bloody river. And we can immediately get this dirty little pool down. I want to see if it floods. I don't know why I love seeing this flood. I think it's because I've actually got this in, so it's like not flooding the whole settlement. But no, it just perfectly fills it up. And that should evaporate a bit slower than this pool here would have. And this pool here should just evaporate over the next 9.3 days. Oh, the haulers are doing a grand job of keeping the dirt out of here. I imagine, yep, they're filling up the dirt warehouse at the bottom of the stairs first. Oh, but we are absolutely cranking along. Look at this, we're pretty much ready. We're ready to have this filled. But we'll have to wait 9.3 days to bloody do it. You know what, for now, I might just have these throttling valves in unlimited, so any excess water pishes out, adds to the spinning of the wheels, and then, you know, goes out the map anyway. Instead of having excess water go into here, and then out the map, where it's not spinning any bonus wheels. And look at what we got here. We got beavers dropping off TNT on this bit badwater blockage. Badwater drain blockage is what I meant to say. And I definitely don't have this clicked on the screen because I didn't know what it was called. The only annoying part is that they can't build this platform because I built this door in. Beavers, get this bit of bloody TNT in. We're blowing the door up. And then we're gonna replop the bloody door down. I see you running hour. You're hammering the wrong thing. Why did I get the hungry beaver? There was a bloody non-hungry thirsty beaver. And I got the thirsty one. Alright, now we've got a non-hungry thirsty beaver. We can blow up this TNT here. And ensure that we pause this instead of just having it a lower priority. Because I'm not wasting any more terrain blocks. And since we've got ourselves another bad tide, it's back to scrapping all of this away. Because now I can reveal that we need to power this bad lad somehow when we get this big dam in. So while our beavers are busy scrapping the ruins, let's extend our vertical power shafts. And looking at this, we're going to have to get some bloody door on the gun. Now that we've got our door cracking, let's get our power shafts in place. And there we're gone. We just need a bit of banging on the door, a bit of power shaft banging, and we'll be in there like swimwear. Or at least we will once we unlock a fancy pants spiral stair. Oh yes, beavers. Get that in there and then get yourselves all the way down to building these bad lads. So during this bad tide, we want to be getting this power up and running so we can still get our dirt excavator happening. We need to finish off the stairs out of the power shaft, get the terrain blocks up and running over here so we can push our badwater back down and spin these wheels even bloody faster. But on top of that, we need to get our fancy throttling valves on the end of this bad lad, and we need to finish building the badwater plug. And all of that while making sure we don't have beavers sitting on their arse with 20 out of 20 like we're about to here. Scrap metal. See you now, peeps. I'm just going to sit here with speed 4 on until I see a beaver sitting on their arse day and out. Pause them, rinse and repeat for the next week. And the bonus thing about this angle is you get to see the beavers banging in all of the bloody door blocks and everything. You know, slight camera angle adjustment so you can see the rescue attempt I've got going on at the top of the bloody screen there. And cycle 16 begins to mark the end of the speedy up bits. Alrighty then. Let us hope we've got enough dirt and everything to get this power up and running. Oh, thankfully we did get the dirt up and running. Of course it is. But how is it? Can you not just stand on top of them, build diagonally down like? Well, if you insist that you can't stand on them, build diagonally down, get yourself a door block with a TNT on the crack. And peeps, our bloody 4 water slavers over here kept us all topped up. Oh, but what this does mean? Oh, yes. It means we can get our restrictive flow up here. Let's get it all the way up to 2. And then we can have our unrestricted flow over here. Oh, we're finally going to have bloody green Gruber land over here. Like properly green Gruber land forever and ever. And all of these floodgates are going up to 9.5. We should be getting a fair and bloody water level in here. And hopefully this evaporates before we get our good water down. Now, how did we crack along? Oh, yeah, we got this in. Damn, beavers. Well, let's go ahead and unpause these two so you can get cracking along building all of this. And I'll see how scrappers have done an admirable job like. But we're in the temperate season now, scrappers. It's time to become haulers. Stop scrapping away. Let's make sure we still have 8 bloody builders knocking about with day. We even have a builder insisting on scrapping. You know what that means? Bonus hauler. Oh, peeps. This is it. This is it! We're gonna be filling up our brand new reservoir, and Davey Jr.'s vision is finally starting to come into fruition. Oh, and as well, we may as well get our 3 logs back for deleting these compact water wheels. You know what, after all the bloody pain it's caused with, I'm deleting every single one of these bloody power shafts. We're getting all of these resources back. Now, thankfully, we have plenty of dirt stored up in our piles. and we've got our builder beavers hammering our big power shafts in, we'll be back up in Dorton in no time at all. And hang about, I'm pretty sure we do not need this bit of dirt. The only reason that was an issue down here is the fact that we had stairs blocking the path. I thought beavers could bang diagonally doing off the edge like. Oh, and our badwater flows have combined, that's right! That's what this bad lad does! Right, let's see what we're... Oh, bonus power wheel and all! Right, let's see what we're bloody rocking here. This was 900 and odd. Oh, we're still ramping up, man. We're at 680 odd, and we're ramping up. 600 and odd in there as well, and that's with 0 side flow. Well, I suppose the side flow that was occurring to that power wheel is now just direct top flow. Oh, but I didn't want to miss that. Oh, perfect timing! Kinda missed it, but not really. Oh, right, we're gonna have to whip out a mad speedy up bit until the river levels all the way up to 0.95. Or some flooding starts occurring. Whichever happens first. Is this closed? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be closed? And of course we save camera positions over here. So we are not going to be continuing the speedy up bit from at least the very same position. We can certainly do it from the new, fully cleaned up pine forest. And here we are, peeps. You've got the waterfall on the right. You've got the bloody perfect water level. Oh, under the water. Doon here. And we've got some good water helping spin this wheel even faster. Look at that, 668. Up to 720 on this bad lad. Now this was up at 900. Surely this should be higher. I wonder if the bad water flows here, like the bad water sources rather. I wonder if these are more powerful during bad tides. Could be a thing. Because the bad water that's coming out of the drains here, that was simply just rushing down this wonderful blue water here. Look at it! Oh, it's so cool and green. Oh, that's right. We need to not have unlimited on here. We need to have some sort of fancy flow limitations so we can actually build up some water in this reservoir. That is probably going to take a bit of automation, which is not what this episode's about. This episode was all about increasing our power down here, rerouting the bad water source down here, and getting this lovely river running nice and blue. I would say once again, but for the first time ever. And you know what, peeps? We actually accomplished our episode goals! What do you think of me mad reservoir upgrade? How are you liking the pool? Because I am loving Davey Jr.'s vision for one version. And I would be remiss if I didn't shout out the big old contamination sensor. You've saved our bacon multiple times this episode, pal. And as we have the sun setting on one version, it's also going to set on this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're keen for the next one, where we're going to automate all of our fancy throttling valves and get this bad lad properly up and running. But until then, have yourself a cracking time. Oh, and you've got a bloody map tour coming up mid-weekend. Keep your peepers peeped. Toodaloo!